right, welcome back in. Let's sack it up. The sack might go a little long.
Quick question for you. I got a mail sack for you.
Yeah, what do you got?
Who has been worse for the NFL games from a viewing experience? Taylor Swift or Tony Romo?
Tony Romo.
Okay.
It's not even close.
I tend to agree.
They showed Taylor Swift, and I just roll my eyes. I don't really care about Taylor Swift, but it's in between plays. Like, I don't care what you're showing in between plays. It just doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I'm not a Swiftie by any stretch, but it's just such a quick check that I just don't know why it's... Yes. Why is it a thing for people?
As long as you don't play Taylor Swift songs coming in and out of breaks, I'm fine.
She's got some jams.
You don't want to shake it off?
Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Shake it off.
No.
Shake it off. No? Okay.
I don't know any other songs at the top of my head right now.
That's all I got. I remember her early country days. I used to listen to Taylor Swift back in the day. She started in her country roots.
Yeah.
Tim McGraw. I mean, she had some good songs back in the day.
Blue suede shoes.
That's right. That's right. The good old days. All right, let's sack it up, shall we, boys? Let's see what we got here today. Mail sack question. Did you boys coordinate the whiteout look, or is that your cycles lining up? I think it's cycles lining up.
Well, you're wearing a gray, actually.
This is, a little more gray.
White. Yeah.
I think it's the lighting makes it look white.
It looks white. I can understand how it looks white. That's more of a gray hue on the sweatshirt, and your hat is absolutely gray.
Hat is gray. Definitely gray.
We do cycle, though. This is a real thing. We do wear the same colors.
We do, yeah, it happens.
Similar colors, similar shirts, the hats, no hats. Like, yes, that's a real thing. I don't know how. I don't know why.
It just happens. Mail sack question. Power rank the following restaurants. Applebee's, Red Robin, Olive Garden, Red Lobster, or Outback.
Okay, you gave me 6.
It's a lot of options.
Which one would I buy the $200 Applebee's subscription to?
The date night thing?
Yeah.
Olive Garden. This might go. If I had to pick one to go to of those, I would go to Olive Garden.
No bloomin' onion and steak and baked potato. No Aussie feel that.
Dude, unlimited breadsticks and salad bowls. I'll eat that all day.
You're going there with a little bit of a... You had an accent going with that, and you got right out of it. That was interesting.
I think I'd go Red Robin.
Yum.
Most consistent...
I'm going Outback.
And probably best bang for your buck at Red.
I like Outback. They got underrated pasta. Steak is okay.
They do pasta there?
Yeah, they've got some mashed taters that are good, and I love a bloomin' onion. I love to just pick off that onion in little pieces.
Who doesn't love a good bloomin' onion? Mail sack question. If you could replace the Moda Center and the Blazers with any current NFL team and their current stadium, what team would it be?
I can't get like Patrick Mahomes at the Lions Stadium.
You cannot. You got to choose one or the other. Because a dome would be really cool because you would have the ability to have Final Fours and Super Bowls and
well, I just want a dome. I don't
big time sporting events could come. But to your point, Kansas City would be the choice.
Are we living in the moment or are we thinking
in the
long
moment
term?
And right now,
because if we're in the moment,
team and stadium,
bring the Lions in Ford Field.
Yeah, but I feel like they're going to blow Ford Field up soon, aren't they not?
That's new.
Why would they do that?
Ford Field is definitely not new.
It is.
I think you would be surprised at how old Ford Field is.
You're going to tell me it's like 05, and I'm still going to respond. That's new. We need to stop allowing these billionaire socialist pigs.
2002. It's been open for 20 years.
Does it look awful? It looks fine to me.
That owner's going to ask for a new stadium within the next 10 years. Mark my words.
That's ridiculous.
You're not wrong, but it's going to happen.
I think
the Panthers owners already they created that thing in like the late 90s.
If I was the Panthers fan, I would say, good, get out of here. You're awful anyway.
Because I would think you could renovate a big dome like that on the inside fairly easily.
Aren't you thinking after that missed kick of adding a retractable roof in Buffalo? Is that kick doing that in non-wind conditions?
I don't know. I think the pressure of Buffalo's part of it, but it would help to not have wind for sure.
But I think right now, like in the moment, yeah.
So you're bypassing the chance to have Mahomes for the next 12 years, Lamar Jackson for the next 10, Josh Allen.
Doubt that.
You're just Kyle Shanahan. You're bypassing all of that.
I'm more on his thing of bring me some Final Fours and a Super Bowl. You're not going to get a
National
Super Bowl in
game.
Portland with an outdoor stadium.
Are you going to the Super Bowl as media? Because you can't afford a ticket. I don't want to be mean to you. I looked up Niner tickets out of trying to do a random trip with my wife. To sit at the top of that stadium is like $2,000
for this weekend's game.
One ticket.
Well, if my new team ever gets to a Super Bowl,
how does anybody afford
the wallet to do that?
How does anybody afford these games? I haven't answered this question.
I haven't either. I think I would go.
I want Mahomes.
You want Mahomes?
I want Mahomes.
Arrowhead?
Yes.
Arrowhead and Mahomes?
Are you kidding me? Every year I feel like I have a chance to win the title. Every year because of that guy.
This is a really hard question.
How are you choosing anything else? And he loves the city he plays in.
He does. He definitely does.
He's going to have a par 3 course in West Lynn in this scenario.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
An uphill par 3. Let's go.
Is he opening like a chain restaurants, the Mahomes chain?
And then much like the Preserve at Bandon, where you have to putt off the 18th tee at Bandon Preserve, the par 3 course.
Yes.
I get to have a downhill putt par 3 hole at Mahomes' backyard.
You're hanging out with Mahomes now?
But we're calling it Ayton Cliff because Ayton couldn't go down that, not safely.
Hey-oh. But that's why we got rid of him and the stadium. We tore it down.
Yes.
We got a new. I think I would go. God, this is a hard question to answer.
Would you give up the Blazers right now and the Moda for just any NFL team?
The Panthers, the Cardinals, anything.
Do you know how quickly I would say yes to that?
How quickly would the city say yes?
I would get rid of the Blazers for 5. Even if you had to wait 5 years before you got an NFL team, you could probably even argue 10 years.
No,
I would wait.
Stop.
I would rather have an NFL team in 10 years than the Blazers the next 10 years.
You're going a decade without.
I'm going a decade.
Get out of here.
I mean, they might go a decade even being here. When's the next time the team's going to be relevant?
It's been more than
Answer that question.
Well, I can't.
Exactly.
Because I don't know what direction they're going.
I would take an NFL team any day of the week over this crap sandwich.
All right.
I think I would go Cowboys.
You want the Death Star?
I love that stadium. That stadium is so effing
I think
cool.
I'd take
Jerry Jones and all of what's happening.
Don't bring that nonsense.
No,
here.
that's the scenario here.
Owner was not in the question. Owner was not in the. They're selling the team and the team's moving. Owner was not in the question.
The stadium's so amazing that you pick the Cowboys.
Portland Cowboys, baby. Give me the
Now,
Portland
if
Cowboys.
I get SoFi, do I get both teams?
Oh, good question.
Oh,
I don't think that
underrated
works. That's kind of
point.
cheating. That's kind of.
I mean, it's not. He's playing the game. The stadium and the teams.
teams.
Also, you can't wait to go
I've
to
not been to SoFi yet.
You couldn't wait. You'd be so quick to show up to that game in boots and a hat. It'd be
Oh,
ridiculous.
you bet your ass.
Plus,
I
didn't
would.
SoFi also part of SoFi was the new NFL Network Studios? So we get that too.
Well, that's going away.
So it's going big.
I think
here.
that's going away.
Might go to ESPN.
ESPN and the NFL thing. Did you see that report?
Or ESPN
I've
could
heard
move into those facilities potentially.
Yeah,
that
they're
could happen
all
as well.
seeing how many people want to get in bed with ESPN.
Where do you live? Oh, I live just up the road in Portland. I'm a cowboy.
How about them Cowboys?
You would be the worst.
Mailsack question. Read an article that was proclaiming the Super Bowl will be pay-per-view style purchasing within a decade.
Yeah.
How much would you be willing to spend?
I remember us talking about that segment because the former leader of ESPN is the one that said that. I'm still not there that they'll do that.
I don't know that ever gets to that
I'd pay
point.
50 to 100. Whatever you're asking, I'd pay.
I would pay whatever
Come
you
on,
ask.
it's the Super
Probably.
Bowl.
I mean, most likely you're getting a group together every way, so you pass the hat.
Please
and
don't
everybody-
do that. By
I
the
still,
way.
I don't think I wouldn't be shocked if you get more playoff games and to do the Peacock thing. Like that could totally happen.
more cock-centric games.
Yes,
Yeah.
they want to build their streaming platforms up
Sure.
and get people to buy it. Like that is definitely going to happen. But for a Super Bowl, passing up the amount of viewers that you could get, because it would be a massive, massive drop off.
I was a little surprised Prime didn't negotiate a playoff game in their deal. I know they have Thursday. I was surprised
Depends
they didn't
on
have a
how
playoff
much
game.
more the rights fees would have gone up for something like that. The NFL's not tossing one in.
You're right, because Bezos is hurting to pay for anything.
He's
Well, I know,
he's
but-
struggling
Trillionaire,
financially.
for God's sakes.
Let's see here. Let's squeeze one more in here. Where did this go? Damn it. I haven't heard Joe Cronin's name in a while. Are we on board with his vision? Is Chauncey not fitting in with what he wants? Is Joe a dumbass? We're not a patient fan base, unfortunately, for us.
Joe, I don't believe is a dumbass. No. Here's my only problem. I get what the vision is now. You traded Dame. It's the rebuild. That's the vision. The problem is seeing the vision in the vision. That's kind of where I'm a little hazy. Like, is it Scoot Shea? Certainly you can suggest should be or is, but you're just willingly going to trade Ant, who might be one of the most sought-after point guards in the trade market this summer. To hell with next summer. This summer you could have teams turn up the heat and say, what if we give you 4 firsts and 3 of those are unprotected, or 2 of those 4 are unprotected, and here's a player. Like, that's kind of where, and the Chauncey stuff, like, I'm certainly more out than in on Chauncey Billups. I don't know what he does. I've seen no evidence that it's good for long periods of time. So, like, I'm having trouble seeing the vision in the vision, but that's the difficult thing of rebuild. It's hard to see where you're at in 3 years. And also, we're not a city built for 3 years of patience.
No, and we're already in year 3, and next year's going to be year 4, and then it's going to be year 5. And it's a really complicated question. Where the organization is at is a really tough spot, and I've brought this up before, but it feels as toxic as it ever has. And it's this pushback of either give them time, you got to trust everything they're doing, you can't criticize anything because the team is supposed to suck, or it's the opposite end of the spectrum. And so I don't know where people are at. To your point on Anthony Simons, I'm all for trading a point guard, but we don't know who the hell Scoot is yet. And you might look back on that in 3 years. That's the difficult part about drafting Scoot and not knowing who he is. Like, if you trade Ant this offseason and Scoot doesn't turn in, he's the next Sebastian Telfair. How you feeling about that trade in 3 years?
Great SI cover, by the way.
You like that?
I kind of want to buy it. I have a signed Telfair jersey. I was afraid to tell people that because he got arrested and it kind of went bad. I think
it's statute of limitations. You're fine now.
But also, I didn't commit the crime.
No, it's not you.
And it makes for a funny story that I legitimately bought in because of that documentary.
I did too.
I was young and stupid.
The SI cover bought in too. It said, can a 6-foot point guard who can't shoot, it didn't say can't shoot, but
should have said that.
Can a 6-foot point guard go from the high school ranks to the NBA and dominate? It was like, yes, he can. No,
he got through the fire in Brooklyn.
No, he can. All right, there you go. We had a